The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D completely frickin' is unoriginal trash. This is unoriginal garbage rehash. Typical Nintendo move. Typical Nintendo move. Should we even be surprised at this point? How's it going, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TruGheymer Reviews. And I'm basically shaking my head. I am completely, well, I shouldn't say I'm surprised or baffled, but the fact that we have a 3DS version, a 3DS hackneyed port, a cheap, rehashed, unoriginal, re-release garbage port of an old N64 game. This game, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, came out on the N64 like 17 years ago. This came out on the N64 way back in, what was it, the 5th generation of gaming? We're currently in the 8th generation, right? We're in the 8th generation. We're getting games that came out way back in the N64 era. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, originally released for the Nintendo 64 in 2000. In 2000. This game is so freaking old, and now it's February 2015. And this game came out on the 3DS. Nintendo 3DS, just today. Nintendo 3DS, February 13, 2015. Action-adventure game, single-player, rehash, Nintendo typical garbage. Rehash, Nintendo typical trash. Because they have nothing left. Does this company have anything new to offer to the fans? Do they have any new ideas, new IPs, new innovations? Do they have anything new? The key word here is new. And I know a lot of these Nintendiots try and always defend Nintendo, try to deflect the arguments against Nintendo, and you wonder why this company is failing. Why Nintendo is going down the frickin' drain. Why this company is going down the crapper. Why it's basically slowly flushing itself down the toilet. Why nobody cares anymore. They don't care about the Wii U. They don't care about the 3DS aside from the casual/kids demographic. Aside from the casual and the stupid kids that keep buying this Nintendo tripe, this rehash nonsense. Let's just get to it. Let's just talk about Majora's Mask 3D. So basically, Majora's Mask 3D is an enhanced remake or remastered version of Majora's Mask, the one that came out way back in 2000. And it's basically, they have the 3D gimmick graphics, stereoscopic 3D graphics, the touchscreen controls, of course, gotta have touchscreen in there as the gimmick, and gyroscopic features. You got the Link character. Obviously, he's given only 3 days to save the land of Termina from being crushed by the moon, okay? He has various abilities. He gotta wear the different masks, okay? And they even have, altered boss battles in there. They have fishing in the actual game, so they try to include some little additions that's been available in Zelda games for the past, 5,000 years. And it's really nothing you're talking about a game that's been out for so long. And, N64, I'm an N64 kid. I grew up on the N64. I had one way back in the 90s. So all these Nintendiots that are, trying to play this on the 3DS, it's like, yeah, welcome to 1997, you idiots. Welcome to 96. Welcome to technology from the frickin' mid-90s. Welcome to a story that came out way back in the frickin' N64 era. When I was frickin' 13 years old, this game came out. I am currently a frickin' adult. I'm almost, hell, I could be 50 years old at this point, and they'd still be putting out the same Nintendo tripe. What's next with Nintendo? What, in 2032 they'll be putting out frickin', Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword? So they're gonna have Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess rehashed and re-released for whatever, crappy Nintendo system they got out in 2030. Maybe not even that long, like 2020. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's take a look at some of the feedback. Of course, nothing but overhyped scores. rated scores on Metacritic. The Metascore is, 90 out of 100 somehow, and the user score, you want to talk about D-Riders. These blinded fanboy idiots, these blind Nintendo drones and Nintendiots, they gave it a 9.9. Majora's Mask 3D has a 9.9 user score right now. Obviously, these morons have no clue. They're a bunch of deluded idiots, and they just want to keep deriding the same games. It's like, hello, this game came out way back in 2000. And look at these pathetic drones just commenting on the thing. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite Zelda, a fantastic classic N64 game that's been remastered to perfection. A fantastic remake of one of the most iconic games of all time. The keyword is remake, you Nintendiots. This is not original. This is the best that Nintendo has to offer. I have absolutely zero respect for these blind Nintendiots. For any Nintendo idiots and losers that still suck the Nintendo tip, that's still sucking Nintendo turtle heads. You still kissing Nintendo backside at this point? You're still, oh, Nintendo. Nintendo has nothing new to offer. My God, I mean, talk about, I got some newfound respect for the other companies now. Microsoft, even Sony, Microsoft and Sony. At least with the Xbox One, they're trying new IPs. They got Titanfall. They got Sunset Overdrive. They try something a little different. They try to bring something new IPs, new games. The PS4 is about to, The Order and titles like that. They're trying something different. There are new IPs coming out on these consoles. Not, hey, let's put out a rehash game. You don't see the PS Vita, for example, and the Vita has completely been underrated this generation, and it's always going to be underrated because of the typical Nintendiots that just support Nintendo. But the PS Vita, you don't see the PS Vita getting like an old, PlayStation 1 game, and it's like the most highly hyped game ever. It's not. It doesn't get like Final Fantasy VII, and that's like the biggest deal. Like, oh my God, FF7 is coming out on the PS Vita. Oh, that's 9.9 out of 10, 9.9, 90 out of 100. That doesn't happen with Sony. It doesn't happen with Microsoft because they gotta keep moving forward. They gotta keep having new IPs, not old rehashed garbage like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. And this is just gonna keep happening. It's gonna continue. It's a pattern with Nintendo. They have absolutely zero new ideas. They keep rehashing the same tripe again and again and again. There is no innovation with this company. No wonder they have lost so many fans. No wonder nobody cares anymore. Look at this. Shack News. Shack News gave him an 80. They gave him an 80. It's an oddity as it was 14 years ago. Some of the aspects haven't aged well. Of course, it hasn't aged well. Nintendo has made changes to make the remaster worth a second look for those like me who left the original undone. No, they didn't. This is a pathetic You're buying into the hype of Nintendo. You're buying into the hype of a game that came out 14 years ago. 14 years ago. It's 2015. The 3DS is an absolute pile of feces. I mean, the game itself, Majora's Mask 3D. The 3D is a gimmick. The 3D feature, absolutely worthless. The gameplay has been completely outdated at this point. It's an action-adventure game that follows the Ocarina of Time style, but this is an outdated action-adventure presentation. I mean, the storytelling is outdated. The characters are outdated. The freaking approach, the presentation is very dated. The whole game is basically a kid's game from the late 90s, early 2000s that is now completely old hat. It is old news. This is the best Nintendo has to offer, this pathetic garbage. This absolute Nintendo trash. Majora's Mask 3D is for losers and idiots. It's not for true gamers. And take it from me, you know, I am a true gamer. All right, and this is coming from a true gamer. If you want a true game, if you want a true video game experience, just get COD. COD Advanced Warfare. Heck, any COD game in the COD franchise, man. I mean, Black Ops 2, or Ghosts, or even something as old as Modern Warfare 2, or something. My God! Nintendo, you have completely destroyed yourselves. This is the self-destruction of a company. They have absolutely nothing fresh or new. The graphics stunk. The music still sucks to this day. It's still absolute tinny, you know, whiny, crappy, you know, 64-bit trash. It's like MIDI-fied crappy files. The music, you know, the soundtrack has always been crap with Majora's Mask. The 3D, an absolute gimmicky feature. There's nothing fresh or special about this pathetic piece of crap. You've got to be a complete, utter Nintendo moron to continue supporting this crap. Absolutely pathetic. Absolutely horrendous. Unoriginal, rehashed Nintendo tripe. Oh, God. Oh, God. Stick to the frickin' Xbox One, or even the PS4, folks. Or the PS Vita. PS Vita, PS4, Xbox One. Stay away from this Nintendo trash. Nintendo sucks. Nintendo absolutely sucks. The TruGheymer Reviews is brought to you by TheReviewSpace. For more videos, check out youtube.com/TheReviewSpace. Thanks for watching. Until next time.